Hello everyone, my name is Juan Kristinaga from the Agribusiness Study Program, class R005. Here I will continue my video practice assessment for this week. If farming was your primary source of income, and if you can grow anything, there's not much you can do. It's very demoralizing and very overwhelming. In a lot of the country where I work, farming face fires, pests, diseases, droughts, and floods. If crops fail, no food available for a lot of people who depend on what they produce, and it translates into sometimes an entire generation being undermined. My name is Katerina Kalembe. I'm satellite food security specialist. I use satellite data to map and monitor crops, and then work to make sure that information can be used by decision maker and organizations that support farmers. I primarily focus on Africa, specifically Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Zambia, Mali, and Senegal. Last time I checked, there were over 1,000 satellites observing our Earth. They take pictures every day, and you can use those images to map what crops are growing where, how much it's going to drain, where the system might be coming from, and how badly it might be impact. I can just sit at my computers and tell you anywhere in the world about rainfall, droughts, and floods. We have tons we have tons on information and data about what's happening. We're living in a fantastic age with huge advance in AI that allow you to process a lot more information. The problem is when you look deeply at any place, you start to see the problem with a lot of the existing products. They're not tailored to to the to the on the ground context, and sometimes the data is just wrong. A lot of the models are trained very well to predict for European or US agriculture. In Europe, most farms have a single crop, are really big, and are very easy to model. In Kenya, Uganda, and Rwanda, however, the fields are so tiny. They have so many different crops in them, and farmers do things so differently. It's like a tapestry. With those standard image, fields are misrepresent that there are places where there are no crops but are labeled as crops, and places where there should be crops that are completely missing. When you try to assess something for a ministry and use that as input, you're basically feeding them garbage. To train a model to understand the complexity, you need a lot of example, which requires going on the ground. To solve this, we use GoPros. You wear a GoPros. Use To solve this, we use GoPros. You wear a GoPro as you're driving in a motorcycle or in a car, and as you drive, we take pictures, basically creating a Google Street View, but for crops instead of streets. We adapted what would be face detection, but instead of detecting face, cats or dogs, we modified it to detect mice, beans, and cassava. We covered all of western Kenya in 2 weeks with just two teams, collecting over 5 million images with the help of volunteers, motorcycle taxi drivers, and students. This allows you to build a more complex model that can learn from all these different examples and contexts. When a flood happened rapidly in Kenya in 2024, affecting the entire country, I received an email from the Ministry of Agriculture asking for an assessment. Using satellite data, we looked at where the floods happened and where the crops were to give an estimate of the total cropland area affected. The ministry then used this information for their response programs, such as identifying where they needed to provide seeds so people could replant. It's really powerful to be able to do that. True innovation is not about high-tech system, but about making the technology fit the problem. We have to provide really good information to the people who can do something with it. If we do this correctly, we can save time, money, and livelihoods. Thank you.